Two tests that everybody who will be used by God in this end time must pass through. Number one is a test of conviction, a test of courage, a test of determination to go all the way. But the second is the grand test. Please look up. The Lord said, this one, Gideon, I will test them myself. And he brought them and said, drink. And he was watching their attitude in the presence of water. Please look forward. Look up, please. Water to a thirsty man represents comfort. Water to a thirsty man represents that which your heart seeks, the desires of your heart. He said, now that I've tested your conviction, I need to test your heart. But I cannot test your heart absence to your desire. I will bring you before what you really want and watch your reaction there. And so he said, let the people become thirsty. When they were so thirsty, he said, now bring them where there is water and watch how they behave. Watch this. There are those who stood and lapped like dogs. There are those who knelt there. Those who knelt there were those who became distracted because of the comfort of the water. Now that I've found water, I don't want to leave this place again. And since my feet is my instrument of motion, I kneel down by camping there. And he said, you've missed it. Just because I opened the door for you, just because I brought you fame, just because I made you the head over your family, instead of lapping like a dog, still with that sense of vision, you have camped around your success and forgotten that there is an agenda bigger than your success. Rash kanima lakatosia, brakatos zegedi lakatoske brendege baratia. A test that everyone who wants to be used by God in this end time, can I tell you, fame is like that water. Comfort, money, all the things that your heart desires. I understand your passion when you are poor. I understand your passion when you do not have a crowd. I understand your passion when the nations are not placing a demand. But in the presence of greatness, can you still be focused on what brought you to the journey? Gideon, these men are too many. I want to take glory out of this mission. So one last test. Watch their attitude in the presence of water. Water represents hope. Water represents comfort. I know you fasted and prayed while things were not going well. I know you fasted and prayed because of obvious attacks. But right now you have a protocol that is moving you around. Right now you have the luxury and the privilege. Every system and every structure has accredited you. Can I tell you this? Look at me. I came here with a prophetic message. Do not fail the test that made only 1% of the people who started that journey. Only 1% or less than that out of 32,000 people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to be used by God. Oh, don't let anyone deceive you. Being available is only step one. You must be usable. There is a screening that God himself, the way he screens you is not to say, my son, give me your heart. The way he screens you is to bring everything your heart desires before you and says, let me see your attitude. But there are people here tonight who will stand before fame, stand before anointing, stand before ministry and sing, my treasure, my priority, who can compare to you? Truly great is the measure of your royalty, O morning star. You truly are everything. Yes, sir. There is no man born of a woman who will escape this test. You cannot pray it away. This is what Jesus meant when he said, can you drink of my cup and be baptized with my baptism? There are many people in our generation who see God using many people mightily and think they are just lucky. They just loved God. No, sir. There is no luck in this thing. The price for life is death. The price for all of God is all of you. Bring them before water and watch their attitude. For those who stand to just lap like a dog, they are saying, Lord, thank you for the prosperity, but I can't camp here because I was going somewhere before I met prosperity. The journey was not prosperity. I was going somewhere before I met fame. The goal was not fame. I was going somewhere before I met the anointing. The goal was not the anointing. So not fame, not the anointing would distract me. I remained focused. And he said, Gideon, find those men. Watch them. It takes time to find those men. You don't find them in one day. Just because you were exposed to wealth one day and you are still fasting. No, it takes time. Time will prune the purity of your motive. Can I tell you this? God is very patient, because patience is a virtue that forces deception to reveal itself. One thing with deception is that it cannot suffer long. If your motive is wrong, eventually